Boom. Bam. Bop. Pow.
What's going on, YouTube? You already know who it is. It's the Wave Man. Coming back to you again with another tutorial. And today we are doing the one and only Nav. I mean, his album did just drop last night, so what better to do? And it was requested, so shout out to my mans that requested the Nav tutorial. Here you go. Hope you enjoy. Let's just get into what you're going to be hearing today and what you're going to be learning.
I wanted to fuck her, she just wanted to be friends. Now that I'm making and she wants to make amends. She see I'm popping and I said all of the trends. Now she wanna pop it for a nigga in a Benz. I wanted to fuck her, she just wanted to be friends. Now that I'm making and she wants to make amends. She see I'm popping and I said all of the trends. Now she wanna pop it for a nigga in a Benz.
So basically, we're going to get into this tutorial, and let's just start off. Quality starts with the output of your voice. So if you want to sound like somebody, you have to sound like that person in order to get their type of quality, because their voice itself has a quality in itself. Rule of thumb. But besides that, let's just get into it. So we're going to start here with the auto-tune settings. Basically what I did, I just changed the input type, to a alto tenor. I like to do this because I feel like, most artists, it sounds basically tenorish, because when you're adding an auto tune, they kind of want it in that tenor range, which is, music. There's altos, tenors, sopranos, lots of different things. You could just go through there. All right, and for this song, for this beat that I made, specifically the vocal auto tune, a C sharp minor. And as you can see here, I changed the retune speed to 0 because Nav uses heavy auto tune. Just it gives him that robotic, straight, almost a monotone auto tune type of voice. So I put the retune speed to 0, so it's the quickest, the most activated auto tune. It switches through keys the fastest. So that's basically it. That's the only thing I changed in the auto tune. I just put the retune speed to 0. Next. Next thing I did was the EQ. I used the fruity Parametric EQ too. I like this because it shows you the actual bands, and I like seeing the bands. In the other EQ, you don't really see bands. It's more of like just notches that you're moving up. But I like to visualize these things, so I used the Parametric EQ too. So what I first did, it gets kind of messy in here, but I put the first notch. I went in and made it a high pass filter, high pass cut. And basically, I cut it around about 170, 169 because I noticed in Nav's voice and recordings, there's not a lot of bass in his recordings at all. So I actually cut it higher than I usually would have. Second, what I did was I cut out the bass. So what I usually do is basically go up here and just kind of like, scrub as I play the song. So I play the song.
I wanted to fuck her, she just wanted to be friends. Now that I'm making and she wants to make amends. She see I'm popping and I said all of the trends.
So basically what I do, but usually I would solo the voice, but I just showed you an example of scrubbing, and I would scrub and look for the bass tones that I would like to take out. So when I find the bass tones, I just bring it down, cut it. So I cut about 246. I find that works for my voice. I mean, everybody's voice is different. So what I would encourage everybody to do that's watching this video is just go through and find your bass tone. And basically, it'll probably be a similar number every time you record. So once you find that, you'll be set. Also, what I did was I cut about the 500 range to get out the boxy tone and the vocal. So the boxy tone and the vocal. I mean, basically, it's a little it's an annoying tinny sound. Basically, I did the same thing. You just scrub and you find the annoying sounds and you basically cut. You don't really want to add too much. This is my basic EQ. This is my first EQ. All I do is cut. So I just cut the 246 range, the 510 range to get out the annoying 10, the bass, and I just cut the high pass filter pretty high because, like I said, Navs doesn't have a lot of bass in his voice when he records. So for the second EQ, I just added about the 4K range. I just boosted it a little bit because I wanted the airy sound that he has in his vocals. So basically what I did was I boosted this a little bit, about the 4K range. I probably should do it higher, but for the point of hearing it in my headphones, I just boosted it in the 14K range, just to get that nice air above the vocals that gives it the excitement that it needs to cut through the track. Okay. So for the compressor, I used a multi-band compressor. I mean, I'm just not gonna lie to you. I just flipped through the presets and I found one that worked. It's really just that simple sometimes, guys. I mean, to be honest with you, I don't usually work in Fruity Loops plugins, but I'm doing this for the purpose of showing you that you do not need all these other third-party plugins to get a professional sound. So this is what we did with this multi-band compressor. I just switched through till I found something that I felt like compressed my vocals enough. Now, I said enough because it didn't do it how I wanted to do it. So what I did was I grabbed a Fruity limiter and basically played with the ceiling. So the ceiling probably was up here, and I definitely smashed it a lot. And the attack was down here on default, and I just brought it up some because I really wanted it to activate when it was going through the vocal waves. So that's what kind of gave me my compression sound, between the multi-band compressor and the Fruity limiter. I just went ahead and just crushed it on the limiter. So pretty compressed sound. Next, what I did, I put a sound goodizer just to excite the vocals even more and give it a little bit more body, because if you EQ a little bit of the bass out, you're gonna lose a lot of body. So I kind of put the sound goodizer over it again just to give it the body that I felt it was missing when it was going through the track. So I used A because it gives me another type of exciter that I need for it to cut through the track. I felt like when I was going to B and C, it was a little bit more, well, let's listen.
I wanted to fuck her, she just wanted to be friends. Now that I'm making and she wants to make amends.
Now the difference that I heard between these two was A gave me a much more excited, in your face type of vocal. B almost put it in some type of box and it is almost cutting the vocals to me. So that's why I use that. So I'll just go through all four and then you can hear the differences and you'll hear why I chose it.
I wanted to fuck her, she just wanted to be friends. Now that I'm making and she wants to make amends. She see I'm popping and I set all of the trends. Now she wanna pop it for a nigga in a Benz. I wanted to fuck her.
So basically a more transparent sound with A. So that's why I chose that. Next, for reverb, I basically just grabbed the reverb and I used the default on this one actually, but like I probably showed you in previous videos, I used this lever right here as a bus. So what I do is, for instance, the vocal.
I wanted to fuck her, she just wanted to be friends. Now that I'm making and she wants to make amends.
So that's how I kind of bust my auxiliary tracks, I guess you would call it. But for the reverb, I basically just cut it some because in his vocals, there's a lot of reverb. So we want to emulate his vocals. So that's what we're going with. And I used the default for that. And I used the H delay, which is in waves because I just, it's my go-to, guys. So I just set it. It was default. It's already set to the tempo. So it's going to be a perfect delay. And I just set it to 1/2. But yeah, that basically sums it up. The Nav tutorial. His album just dropped last night. Everybody go check it out, man. And if you like this tutorial, like, subscribe, comment. Let me know who else y'all want to do down below in the comments. Holla at your boy, the Wave Man.
I wanted to fuck her, she just wanted to be friends. Now that I'm making and she wants to make amends. She see I'm popping and I set all of the trends. Now she wanna pop it for a nigga in a Benz. I wanted to fuck her, she just wanted to be friends. Now that I'm making and she wants to make amends. She see I'm popping and I set all of the trends. Now she wanna pop it for a nigga in a